What does it actually feel like to have a regulated nervous system? No idea. No idea. But I'm going to figure it out.
We need something in the holes.
Something in the holes?
Yes, yeah. What is it, Mommy?
I'm a full-time mum to my beautiful little boy. I also run a creative business, and I want to genuinely and long-lastingly regulate my nervous system. 2 years postpartum, things are still unideal. We've got bad skin, we've got sore neck, we've just got low moods, and so I want to bring you along for the journey. Yeah.
In the eyes?
Anyway, I've done the basics. I've been doing yoga consistently for 3 weeks now, every single day. They're not lying when they say that consistency is key. I've also been off Instagram for 2 months. That's never happened in 15 years. So I'm so impressed with myself. I used to be big. Well, not I used to be big. I did have 10,000 followers reviewing films on TikTok. That lasted about a year, and then I got pregnant and I simply could not stand looking at that interface for a minute longer. So I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on TikTok. It's so good for your mental health, it's crazy. I have a lot more to say on that.
Where is his body? Have you...
Shut up.
Maybe it's that.
Anything to say? New socks, cute socks.
What's that?
That's the fox going. I knew he could do it. So my toddler just absolutely crashed. He has been resisting his naps. We've only done 1 day of no nap, just a full no nap, and it did not go well. So gonna keep the naps, but hopefully that doesn't mean like a midnight bedtime, because 10 p.m. is normal for this kid. 11 p.m. is normal for this kid, but midnight I cannot do. Lucky he's an angel.
Bye, Mommy. Dad is getting quieter. Yay! There's money cake and count me out. Out of 7 times of Africa, I wouldn't hang about. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? You do remember me?
We didn't go out again that afternoon. It gets dark so early here in Sydney at the moment, but I took the opportunity to do a big clean and declutter of his playroom and used it as like the adventure of the afternoon. When I was pregnant, I read Hunt, Gather, Parent, and I really liked the idea of involving kids in housework and family chores from early on, and that makes them feel included since we all just want to belong. I'll report back in 5 years, lol. Feels very optimistic. I'm sure parents of 7-year-olds are scoffing. But I also love Acomedido, which is a Maya concept, which is about, raising a kid that is not just happy to do chores, but also conscious of other people's needs and what needs to be done around the house without being told. So I guess it starts here. I'm also reading How to Keep a House While Drowning and working on my approach to mess so that it works for my nervous system. I used to spend like 30 minutes to an hour cleaning after Elliot went to bed, but now I try to do what's necessary with him around and just live with the rest. I think we've been drilled with the idea that messy space equals messy brain, and that a messy house and brain is some sort of moral failing, especially as women. I think for every parent, there's going to come a point in the journey where you have to become conscious of your response to mess. I want him to grow up in a safe and beautiful environment, but I've been trying to let go of perfection where it impacts my mood. The author says that a clean house isn't about everything looking a certain way. It's about caring enough for yourself that the space functions for you. Anyway, here's how it looked a few days later. I'm not sure why I put my tripod on the bench top like this. I only have like a videographer's tripod, not a content created like mini tripod. So I feel quite strange using my gear around the house. It feels like I'm interviewing myself. We've had a slow morning, and those always really mess with my head because I feel like I'm not doing enough for him, like developmentally, socially, even though literally we spend all week doing activities like gymnastics, playgroup, meeting up with friends in the park. Slow mornings stress me out because I'm like, okay, we need to get out into the sun. We need to do something. But at the same time, like I know how good it is to just let him be and not, you know, have to wake him up early, get him out the door, get him to these activities. Like I just also want room for him to breathe. So it's just this like mental internal debate. Meanwhile, he's like, you know, having the time of his life, just pottering around the house doing his own thing, which he loves to do. But I'm like, okay, we got to get into the sun. But it's getting cloudy. So we should do this. But what if we don't do that? Oh no, it's getting too late. Now it's almost his nap time. It's just like, I've never been good at decisions. And as a mom, obviously it's constant. Possibly my favorite writer, Nahman. I think she describes having a kid as like cooking a meal. So not super, super stressful, but you're always on. Something could go wrong at any moment. You're making a million decisions about what to go first, like what to cook first, what to do next, what to do at the right time. And the stakes are really high. You're trying to make really good decisions for your kid. But so then you're making lots of decisions. And if you feel like you haven't made the right one, in sets mother's guilt or parents' guilt, which is so, I think, taxing on the nervous system. We should really, really collectively, and I mean, let's just talk about myself, individually work to overthrow the feeling of guilt because we're already doing enough. We don't need to like respond to the situation with shame and guilt. We're swimming an uphill battle against the bigger systems at play that tell you that you need to be productive and like just, especially as a parent, doing what's best for your kid. And also there's the part where you just do want to do what's best for your kid. I think like we're all trying. We're trying so hard. I am trying. And I want him to grow up knowing that he doesn't have to try so hard to be enough, and he doesn't need to feel guilt about not being productive 100% of the time. So we're going to get outside. That always makes me feel good. The sun is out.
Animal.
You think his favorite animal is... What's happening? You did.